Do you want to take your pull-ups from average to superhuman, gravity-defying? With high pull-ups, there's 3 different levels for you to progress with. Level 1 is pulling the bar below your chest. Level 2 is pulling the bar around belly button height. Level 3 is beast mode status, pulling the bar to your waist like a boss. I can't believe it's free. Now, before you learn high pull-ups, you've got to pass the following test. Can you comfortably do 10 full range of motion pull-ups? I'm talking chin above the bar at the top and arms straight at the bottom with good control. Is your back strong enough to do plus 25% of your body weight in pull-ups for 5 reps? You need to have unlocked the basics first before we start with plyometric pull-ups. Here's the benefits you'll get from training high pull-ups. Doing your reps as fast and high as possible supercharges your central nervous system, making you a high force producing beast. By doing explosive pull-ups, expect your weighted pull-ups to improve for free. High pull-ups just look cool. It shows that you've taken the pull-up to the next level. Most people struggle just getting their chin above the bar. When you see someone defying gravity and throwing their body around like a rag doll, it's instant respect. Being able to pull up to chest, belly, or waist height shows that you've reached elite pull-up status. Muscle-up mastery is a byproduct of doing your high pull-up training. You're going to be explosive enough to fly through that transition. The high pull-up trains the exact motion and muscles in a specific way to learn the skill of muscle-ups. The faster and higher you can pull up, it's going to have a noticeable transfer to your muscle-ups. They're going to feel easier, look more aesthetic, and you'll do more reps. To master high pull-ups, you've got to learn correct technique first. Here's why you want to take a shoulder width grip. This allows you to tuck your elbows to maximize the height and speed of your pull-ups. I recommend placing your thumbs under the bar. This is going to increase your grip strength and transfer of force from your forearms through your full body for a more explosive pull-up. Let's talk about the shoulders and core. You want to keep your scapula engaged by depressing your shoulders away from your ears. This sets a stable and strong position where you can explode at the start of each rep. A hollow body core is the preferred posture when doing high pull-ups. The main reason for keeping the abs engaged is by doing so, you'll automatically be pulling in the correct movement path. Here's a comparison of the wrong versus correct technique for high pulls. An arch body is incorrect because it promotes a vertical pull-up path, which limits your height. Using a relaxed scapula in the dead hang is a mistake too. This means you're not pulling from a stable start, resulting in a slower rep speed. Here's what correct form looks like. You're using a shoulder width grip, an engaged scapula, and a hollow body posture. By doing this, you're pulling in an arcing motion while staying as close to the bar as possible. Alright, understanding correct technique is a waste of time unless you're building up your strength and power. Here's the best exercises to do so. Band pull-ups are a smart choice for increasing range of motion. Now don't skip over this part thinking I'm calling you a beginner. I'm only teaching you the stuff that's actually going to help. High pull-ups are a skill. You're pulling in that arc motion, which is a different technique to how pull-ups are normally done for max reps. The band reduces intensity, making it possible to get in quality pull-ups well beyond chin height. Your job is to use the lightest band whereby you can still reach chest height for multiple reps. Assisted pull-ups are going to help you learn perfect technique because the lower intensity allows you to do more volume. By getting in this extra practice, you're going to progress faster than someone who thinks they don't need to use bands. Seeing yourself fly high up and over the bar helps you to overcome any mental barriers. Most people are timid when they try high pull-ups. They don't pull fast enough, which limits their height. The main benefit of bands is it teaches you to become comfortable pulling aggressively. You'll certainly refine technique when doing band pull-ups, but you'll want to build up your strength with other exercises. Weighted pull-ups are the best way to get stronger. Honestly, if you just work up to doing plus 50% body weight for 5 reps, doing high pull-ups is going to be an absolute joke. If you weigh 70 kilos, your homework is to be able to do around 35 kilo pull-ups for 5 reps. We have to set our standards higher if we want to do crazy things with our body. The accessories shown throughout today are servants to the king, which are weighted pull-ups. The reason lifting heavy for low reps is the recipe for success is it increases force production. We do weighted pull-ups because this builds a surplus of strength. The heavier we go, the better we can pull up higher with just our body weight later on. Please stick to the 3 to 6 rep range for weighted pull-ups, as this is going to make your muscles more efficient and effective. When done correctly, your weighted pull-ups are going to look quite slow. It may seem confusing at first. How do heavy pull-ups where my rep speed is slow make my pull-ups fast and high? There's an equation which ties all of this together. Force equals mass times acceleration. When lifting a heavy mass such as weighted pull-ups, acceleration will be slower. When lifting just your body weight on pull-ups, the acceleration will be higher because the mass is lower. There's an inverse relationship between weight lifted and acceleration. What matters for weighted pull-ups is that you have the intention of pulling up as fast as you can. Every rep, you're thinking about exploding up with all you've got, like your life depends on it. The basic weighted pull-up will give you the muscle and strength to do incredible things with your body. Here's the best exercises you should be doing to increase pull-up power. With continuous plyometric pull-ups, you're going to explode from the hang, pulling with all your might through the concentric. Then control yourself on the way down, keeping that hollow body and scaps engaged. You're doing back-to-back reps without stopping here, trying to keep your reps fast without losing height. This variation makes use of the stored energy in your tendons. It's like letting go of an elastic band that's been stretched. Continuous reps are great for showcasing the full power that your body can generate in a pull-up. Some beginners may struggle with this, feeling weak and losing technique. If this is the case, you've got to get your weighted pull-ups stronger. With continuous plyo pull-ups, this is all about quality over quantity. Your job is to pull as fast and as high as possible. Less really is more when it comes to how many pull-ups per set. You've really got to approach power training with a different mindset in order to see results. Guys, listen to me. It's important to limit yourself to a maximum of 6 reps in a row. This way you're going to stop your set before you lose velocity or height in your pull-ups. Training well shy of failure is the principle to understand when it comes to increasing your power. In practice, you're going to stop a set well before technical failure. Your first rep should look like your last in terms of range of motion. This isn't like hypertrophy pull-ups for muscle growth, where you're training close to failure until you can't really do another rep. Explosive pull-ups for low reps really are the secret when it comes to unlocking high pull-ups, so keep the goal. I know the majority of you watching can do way more than 6 pull-ups, so the thought of doing less reps may feel strange. But understand that the science of exercise applies to everyone. We all lose speed and height as the reps increase. A beginner pulling to their chest for less than 6 reps is going to get the same benefits as someone stronger pulling to their waist for less than 6 reps. Guys, don't beat yourself up if you can't pull up high just yet. Power training is a whole different world. It's going to be a learning experience. As long as you're trying your hardest to be explosive during pull-ups, you will get better. There's no question about it. The reason being, you're training the same movement and muscles regardless of the range of motion. With patient progress and consistent workouts, have faith that your chin to bar pull-ups will turn into waist to bar pull-ups one day. How about people who can do 10 to 20 pull-ups in a row but can't reach chest to bar? Quantity doesn't really translate to quality. If you're going for endurance, it builds your body differently by comparison to power and strength training. To change your body, you've got to start doing lower rep sets with your bodyweight pull-ups as fast as possible. You need to be doing those heavy-ass weighted pull-ups to increase force production. None of that high rep, lightweight calisthenics business. Dead stop pull-ups are going to make you more explosive. With these, you're building that true 0 to 100 force. You start each rep with a pause at the bottom, using brute muscle strength as opposed to bouncing from the tendons. With dead stop, there's no harnessing that power of the stretch reflex, aka stretch shortening cycle. Your pull-ups likely won't be as high when using the strict start because you're not taking advantage of your body's full horsepower. The value of dead stop is they are joint and tendon friendly. If you're someone who is prone to overuse problems in their elbows, dead stop helps you become more explosive without the injury risk. The L-sit pull-up is such a good variation for your explosive practice. The difficulty is greater with the legs extended because 1, there's a greater stretch on your lats, making the back work harder. 2, the core is hollow, so we can't flop around everywhere. 3, your hip flexors are screaming at you to stop being so mean. The L-sit pull-up leaves you no choice but to keep your scapula depressed, otherwise you'll fail miserably. With L-sit pull-ups, it's pretty cool how the correct movement happens automatically. You'll find yourself naturally pulling away and towards the bar, ingraining those good habits for high pull-ups. It's safe to say most of you will be happy with that 6 rep limit, humbled by how hard bodyweight movements are when done plyometrically. The good news is there's plenty of room to progress with L-sit pull-ups. It's one which will keep you challenged throughout your calisthenics journey. It's truly satisfying when you can finally smash the bar into your waist. It's a physical sign you've earned yourself an explosive pull. If you want your pull-ups to be fast and high, the scapular pull can't be skipped during warm-ups. This small movement improves your motor control, being able to position your shoulders in the optimal starting position for a strong and powerful pull-up. How high you can pull up is all about how much force you can produce from the bottom. If you're struggling to do this, how can you expect to reach your full pulling potential? The scapular pulls keep the arms straight, and from here, think about driving your shoulders down and back into your pockets. You should feel the rotator cuff and lats, or at the very least, your chest will rise. Because the range of motion is so small, you've got to stay strict with your tempo and technique, focusing on that mind-muscle connection. There's two main signs your scapular control may be lacking. 1, you lose core control. Arching your back and losing that hollow body position is a sign of weak shoulders. 2, you just feel weak generating power from the bottom of a pull-up. If you're suffering from these pull-up problems, I encourage you to do scapular pulls in your workout and you'll notice the benefits. If you want to have control at the top of pull-ups, train pause reps. If mastering the slow muscle up is something that interests you, isometric holds at the top of a pull-up will help you with transition strength. With pause pull-ups, you're building that inner range strength. This challenges your back and biceps at short muscle lengths, allowing you to defy gravity and hold that top range. Pause pull-ups with a hollow body are no joke. You'll be humbled by how hard it is to keep that bar close to your chest. Static holds are important to strengthen weak links. You're not going to build motor control at the top of pull-ups by just training explosively. Fellas, just watching a video won't make you pull up higher. Here's a sample routine to make you become more explosive. Doing this workout twice per week is all you need to see incredible results after just a month. With power exercises, you're trying to progress the range of motion. It's about the quality of your reps and trying to pull higher. With weighted pull-ups, lifting heavier is the main way you should be progressing in your workouts to increase how much force you can generate. Now, choosing a workout split for calisthenics can be confusing. Watch this video to learn how to structure your training week. See you guys.